Were you
Separated.
doing music in Florida at that time?
Yeah, I was doing music everywhere I went. New
What's
York,
it like
Florida,
to
wherever I
do
went.
music in the late '90s in Florida to be a musician down there? What's that experience like? Like none of us, I promise, from Montreal really have any idea what the Florida late '90s grind is like for a young adult.
It's dangerous. It was dangerous because I was a fucking knucklehead, and I
Mm,
thought I was invincible. So I did a lot of stupid shit that could have got me killed, but it didn't because God needed me here. Thank you,
mm.
Lord. So, but coming from Montreal, we have a different identity, meaning that we know what culture we're from. We know our heritage a little bit more. For example, if you ask me where I'm from, I'll say I'm Haitian, right? And both my parents are Haitian and whatnot. But you go down there and you ask somebody where you from. I'm American. No, I know, but you look Spanish, son. Where you from? Miami. No, but I mean, yeah, okay, I understand that. But where your ancestors from? United States. Okay, come on,
Shit.
son. You fucking Mexican. You Puerto Rican. You know where the fuck you from. Know your heritage. If you, how you supposed to know where you're gonna go if you don't know where you come from? Right?
Mm.
That's why they stuck in the states, running around the fucking circle. So being that I have more self knowledge and whatnot, I was eating these motherfuckers out there because I was a crazy kid from Montreal with more knowledge than the regular motherfucker down there, and I had the hunger, so I was killing, killing. I was supposed to get signed by these people that had to hook up with JD, and my godfather, I mean my stepfather, my mom's husband, stepfather, right? Yeah, that's it. He's cool with JD or not. They wanted to fuck with me, but I had a contract with Comatose in Montreal,
Mm.
so I didn't do it. I wanted to come back to Montreal and have the group split up. Fucked up. But that's life, right? That's how the cookie crumbles.
But how are you guys?
So when
Okay, like just you gotta understand. Like for me, it's like the music scene of the late '90s. I'm like 10 years old and not cognizant of much outside of Côte Saint Luc at this point, right? Like I'm not like maybe Montreal West and shit. I'm going to Wig. No, I'm not even at Wager yet. I'm at Elizabeth Ballantyne School in Montreal West. Okay, like I ain't know shit about shit. You're meanwhile literally paving foundations in a music scene. How are y'all like
bro, we
getting
used to
like what's the shows like? What's the vibe like?
those was wild. And once again, I'm gonna give flowers where they needed. Like back then, son. If you did you see the show the Wu Tang show? What's it called? What's the shit called again? Fuck.
The Mice and Men one, like the show.
Yeah, the show they have on TV or whatnot.
Yeah,
The dope ass show.
yeah.
If you see the way that was, it was pretty much like that. It was clicks, bro. We used to run deep. Suppression, we used to
Oh,
be
it's
part of
American Saga.
Suppression
Rico
too.
Blocks is in the
American
crowd.
Saga, yes, 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 yes. That's what it is. So, Suppression's wild motherfuckers. Haitians, Africans. We used to run around like 30 to 40 people, right? Just to tell you one memory. Suppression was doing some fundraiser for television. I'm not sure it was a TVI or whatever. On TV, son. And he was saying some shit that they didn't want him to say. So they cut off his mic. You saw 30 motherfuckers get up, rush the stage with chairs. Ah! Throw him, okay, turn his mic back on. We were wild, son. We were
Damn.
scary kids. We did not play around. The shit we rap about is real, son. We did some wild things. Walked around with machetes. I had one of my boys, I'm not going to say his name. We walked around in
Oh,
the
no
bar
names.
in Cartierville, and homeboy has a trench coat on. Like, it was good, son. And dude has a side off in his pants walking around. That's why they call Calciaville Crackville, because back then you walked around, you saw crack vials of syringes everywhere. It was wild. Like having fights with cops, stabbing motherfuckers in front of cops. Shit was wild back then, son. It was wild.
You
And
know what? I just okay like I think it's worth like mentioning it like that. Not because I like to glorify shit. I want to be the opposite of DJ Vlad. But like for context, I come into rap in like 2012, right? And I'm on
mhm,
some look, man. Between 2005 and 2012, the cops did a lot to change a lot of things and make it so that people like me didn't know things like that were really happening. A lot of areas shifted. Like, dude, I live like 3 blocks from Walkley. Like, Walkley doesn't look like Walkley, you know? So, like, a lot of people,
my bad.
especially now coming into the game, hear a lot of people rap about a lot of things, aren't cognizant of the fact that people of a certain age had a very different reality growing up in Montreal than, let's say, people my age did growing up in Montreal, just on virtue of how much shifted in that world to like to the point where Montreal got kind of safe for a lot of people, and they're even unaware of some of the history there.
Bro, Montreal was never safe, B. Montreal was never. I think Montreal is one of the most dangerous North American cities. People from Montreal are known every fucking where. Montreal Haitians, Montreal Jamaicans are fucking known everywhere because they're wild. Like Montreal is one of the only metropolises where you could get shot inside of a club downtown like it's nothing, B. Like it's nothing. I live in this hunt now, son. Last year, a motherfucker got popped inside a restaurant. Niggas just walked in. Boom! Blew motherfucker's brain. Whole people there having birthday dinners and shit. Grandparents are eating cake and shit. Blood on the cake. Oh! You might not hear about this shit. A lot of shit goes down, B. World Gym. Nigga talking shit. They walk up. Bang! Smoking on World Gym. It's a gym, son. Nigga working out. Got smoke. Montreal does not play around, fam. Don't think it's a fucking game. That's why I keep on telling kids. Don't enter games that you don't understand. And don't claim to do shit that you never did, because you're going to run into motherfuckers that really did it. Then they're going to pull your cards. And you might die. You might die, son. It's not funny. It's not a game. We didn't do it because it was fun. We did it because we had to back then. That's simple. Nowadays, people want to shoot for clout just to have a name. That's fucking stupid. Back then, we fought. If I shot you, it's because you did some fucked up shit, like you raped my kid or some shit. Bang. But if it was beef, we'd come, like literally like in the movies. We'd take our baseball bats, our chains, our ice picks, freaking 2x4s, bicycles, garbage cans, and we went to the park, literally, like you saw in the movies, and we made a fucking line. My crew on this side, your crew on that side. And whenever you thought you were ready, we'd rush each other. That's how men fight. Those are fucking Titan days, bro. It's easy to shoot. Anybody can shoot somebody, son. It's a cowardly action. Coward. You want to be a fucking man, beat a man down or stab his ass, because that's a crime of passion, son. It takes a man to stab a motherfucker. But don't stab them.
No, like we're not. No, but like we're not approved.
Not promoting any violence.
That's not it. But like the context is what you're setting, right? Like I'm gonna say that even like now, like you're like Montreal is dangerous. I'm like I hear you and I believe you. I ain't seen it. It's like it's like this invisible other side of the city that like if I hadn't talked to so many people and heard their experiences, it would even be challenging to believe it outside of like, you know, some glamorized things. But when you describe it and you actually go read the news stories, it kind of is like that, which if you really think about it, is kind of scary.
The fact that you haven't seen it is a good thing. That means you lead a good life and keep on leading that life. You don't want to see because it's not fun, B. Seeing your friends get shot, not fun, son. See when my boys got smoked, I get off the bus and I see my boy got shot right in front of Maple Court Bell Tree, son. Nigga died in my fucking hands, son. Fucked up.
Yeah.
That's not cool. You don't want to live that shit. You get that shit fucked me up, son. Because I told nigga, you're going to be fine. Because, you know, that's like 7, 8 years ago. There was a style, for example, if I had a red shirt, there'd be like patches of darker red on it. Or if it's a gray shirt, there'd be patches of darker gray. So you had a gray shirt on and it was darker patches. And I ain't know it was blood. I ain't seen bleeding nowhere. I'm like, yo, you good. You'll be all right, son. You tough. You gonna make it, son. You gonna make it. Nigga didn't make it, son. I told a nigga he was gonna make it, and nigga died. Fucked up. So it's not a game, B. If you want to go around and fuck with mobsters, no, you might get killed. If you're not into dealing, don't deal. It's not funny to deal. Or if you're going to deal, don't take money from people. People talk about, I'm gonna run away from the plug, and you think it's cool. Run away from the plug, and you run away. Well, your mom didn't run away. Your kids didn't run away. Your grandma didn't run away. Your cousins didn't. Niggas die for real, son. It's not a fucking game. And these kids want to rap about clout chasing. Don't do it. Go to fucking school. Become a doctor. Become a lawyer. That's cool, son. Change shit. Take care of your community, man. Raise the fucking community instead of fucking bringing it down. I fucked up, so I don't want you to fuck up. What kind of man would I be if I want you to go through my experiences if I know better? Don't do it. Don't do it. That's simple. I work security and I do bodyguard work. And I work in straight up like biker or like criminal biker, dangerous bars where people go with straps or whatnot, dangerous people. But once again, real recognized real. All my colleagues have vests. I don't wear vests because once again, I'm God's son. So are you. So God needs me, nothing's going to happen to me. And I don't approach tough people or gangsters a way I don't want to be approached. That's the problem with bikers. The reason why a lot of bouncers get shot or fucking stabbed is because they try to act tough. Hey, foot straight, go, take on, her. Nah, son. Show respect. A little bit of respect go a long way. Whereas one act of disrespect can follow you for the rest of your fucking life. So I go to someone and I speak to you calmly. Say, yo, son, think about what the fuck you're doing. You know, the cops are right outside. Do you want to go to jail tonight, son? You got kids? You got a mom that loves you, son? Don't do it. And 90% of the time, they don't do it because people think about it. Because someone came to them and I was like, I've been there. It's not fun. You don't want to do it. And they say, you know what, B? Or sometimes they try to pull out and we fuck them up. Like, it's a wild life, B. So if you could be a doctor and not do security, don't do it. I like the thrill. I mean, it's kind of riveting at times. I'm kind of wild at times. So
I've heard some stories of security and what it can be like, but your whole character is incredible. I really respect you, man. Just how you can like position yourself to take your life experiences and leverage it in a way that, I mean, I happen to admire that shit. I look at it as like
I appreciate it.
Growing man shit. I don't know how else to put it.
Grown man shit. I'd like it more if I was a fucking doctor at 41. But hey, I'm an entertainer, music producer.
Yeah, but I would
creative person.
I don't know.
I'm saying if I would have been like my brother was a straight hour. I was a black sheep, right? So I fucked around, did drugs and shit, smoked weed, fucked bitches, went wild, drank liquor, got drunk. You know what I mean? My brother did the complete opposite. Nigga's a lawyer now. See? You do good, you follow the straight line. Pardon me. Although I know a lot of lawyers that do drugs and all that. Right? But at least they did what the fuck they had to do before they party. You know what I mean?
I would argue that listening to your music and even just going through this like interview, you're more like an artist / community leader, because like there's a real value in it. I started talking to politicians in NDG because I was like, well, what happens if I talk to the local politicians? And I realized their hands are mad tied in a way mine are not. There's some power in being able to speak truth in a situation like this, and hearing your music and the way that you're using your platform and everything. I mean, I'm kind of glad you didn't become a lawyer, because while that looks away, this is fucking valuable to a lot of people.